Now we're working I, J, K, and L. So go ahead and write all 4 of these problems down and work them using the steps that we did on the previous examples 7 and 8. And once you've worked all 4 of them, press play and I'll go over how to solve them and check your work and your answers with you. Okay? All right, I always begin by drawing my wall. So if you're finished, you're pressing play now. If not, you need to work them first, please. All right, so do we have grouping symbols? And the answer is yes, we have our parentheses. So we're going to start by getting rid of the parentheses by distributing. So the number on the outside is -3 times 2x, which gives us -6x. The -3 times +6 is a -18. I'm going to bring down this plus 3x, and this equals -12. Step 2, combine like terms on the same side. So I can combine -6x and +3x. That gives me -3x. Bring down by -18, and this equals -12. Next step, get rid of our constant, which is -18. So the opposite of that, the inverse, would be adding 18. What you do to one side, you do to the other. So -18 cancels, and I'm left with -3x. -12 plus 18, or -12 and a +18, that's going to leave me with a +6. Different signs subtract and take the sign of the bigger number, so it's positive. Divide by -3, and x equals 6 divided by -3 is a -2. All right, how'd you do? J. 8x minus parentheses 6x plus 3 equals 13. All right, this one might be a little tricky, so let's go through it. Do we have any grouping symbols? Yes, we have parentheses. So we're going to get rid of these parentheses by distributing what's on the outside, and on the outside is a negative sign, not the 8x. That's way over here. This guy's late to the party. This is the party, negative sign. So we have to distribute negative times 6x. So the 8x is kind of just comes down and hangs out in front. The negative times 6x gives us -6x. So think of it as like a -1. Negative times +3 is going to be a -3. And all this equals 13. So you distributed the negative sign, or -1, whichever way is easier for you to think of it, times each term on the inside, so they basically both became negatives. Now combine like terms, step 2. So we can combine 8x minus 6x, which gives us 2x. Bring my -3, and this equals 13. Next, get rid of your constant. So we are going to get rid of the -3 by doing the inverse, which would be +3. I don't know why I wrote that. Sorry. +3. And we're left with 2x equals, and 13 plus 3 is 16. Last step, get rid of the 2 by dividing by 2. And we have x equals 16 divided by 2 is 8. Awesome. Right, K, we have a fraction on the outside of our parentheses. So step 1, do we have any grouping symbols? Yes, we have fraction that we are distributing 1/2 times our parentheses. So 1/2 times 6x, what's half of 6x? And that would be 3x. 1/2 of +4, half of 4 would be +2, and this equals 14. Now it's just a 2-step, so we get rid of our constant first. The opposite of +2, the inverse is -2. +2, -2 cancel. I'm left with 3x, and 14 minus 2 is 12. Divide by 3, and 12 divided by 3 is 4. L. We have double parentheses again. We did an example like this earlier. So that means we're going to be distributing twice. So the first time we're distributing a +3. And the second time we're distributing this +2. So here we go. 3 times x is 3x. 3 times -2, 3 times -2 is -6. So this first set of parentheses is gone. Now we go to our next set of parentheses. We're distributing the +2. So +2 times x is +2x. And +2 times +1 is a positive 2. All this equals negative 14. Combine like terms. We're going to combine our x's first. 3x plus 2x is 5x. And negative 6 plus 2 is a negative 4. All this equals negative 14. Now, once you combine like terms, it becomes a two-step. So it's super easy. We get rid of our constant first. What's the inverse of minus 4? Plus 4. Plus 4, because you've got to do it on both sides. Those cancel out. We're left with 5x, and negative 14 plus 4 is negative 10. Last step is to divide, so we're dividing by 5. So we get x equals, and negative 10 divided by 5 is negative 2. Great job. How'd you do? All right, remember you can come back and watch these videos anytime if you forget the steps or if you need the extra practice.